This wedding was an assignment for my Religion 2 class in Catholic school.
This one's wife. Something boring is coming. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This one's wife is dull and boring. She is the Duchess of Industrial Beige. The only purpose she actively serves is that she is a walking, talking representation of mid-range narcissism. That she has gained the world's attention as a consequence of ensnaring a dim-witted ginger prince, and thereafter has behaved in such a way as to cause many people to dislike her and await her fall from grace. It still remains the case that there are a lot of people who scratch their heads and ask, why does she behave this way, still failing to understand that it's her narcissism that drives everything that she does. Whenever you find yourself wondering, why has this one's wife said this, done that, behaved in this way, because it relates to other people, the answer is, it's driven by her narcissism in the pursuit of the prime aims. People really ought to understand this by now. It is the answer to everything that she does in relation to other people. She isn't going to go away voluntarily. The fact is that her narcissism was amazing at getting her into this position of global prominence. It absolutely hit the jackpot. As I've pointed out before, it's not up to the task of keeping her there, which is why she's ridiculed, lampooned, lambasted, criticised, and fails at everything that she does. But she won't stop. This is because she cannot and will never recognise that she is the problem. Her narcissism will not allow that to happen. And instead, so long as there's willingness on somebody's part to cover what she does, be it in a video, in a newspaper, on the internet, in a television show, she will keep going, desperate to pursue the rewards of the fuel that's provided from having a global audience. As I've made it clear before, the only thing that will make her go away is people no longer watching or reading and commenting about her. But they don't. They continue to want to watch the train wreck, as is their right. But as they do so, that means the various outlets will keep covering her. And therefore, that provides her with the ability to get her world out to the world at large for people to then comment upon. Even though there are plenty of people who have no interest in her whatsoever, there remains two groups of individuals that continue to comment about her. Her small band of supporters and the larger group of detractors. Their responses provide her with fuel. They provide her with validation. They, in many instances, of course, threaten her need for control. But she is always able to nullify those threats for reasons that I've explained to you on many occasions. Like an addict, always after another hit. And now, with the advantage of Instagram, she will continue to pump out announcements, videos, posts, because people react and respond to them. Some people do by giving it a like. Others do by virtue of covering it in mainstream media in respect of what she has done, what's the latest thing that has happened, because they know that people will read about it, and they've got into the habit of commenting about it, and therefore the news outlets make money from doing so. They won't give it up until they realise there's no longer an audience for her, and then they'll stop reporting on her, which will pose a problem for her, because then she'll be more likely to be shouting into the void, because other than a dwindling number of supporters, nobody will be taking much interest of her, putting out the same thing over and over again. Here's a little glimpse of the children. Here's a little bit of Harry. Here's me on a podcast. I managed to get on one again. Here's me attempting to cook something. Notice we haven't had much of that recently. That must have become boring to her. And she hadn't really been doing much with as ever, or was never, or as if, as that was to be expected. You'll recall, a little while ago she had announced that she was taking a step back and assessing, in other words, too lazy to actually do something. And then there were noises being made about actually something was coming. And now, on both of her Instagram accounts, this has appeared. Yes, published on her personal Instagram account and also the official As Ever account, you see the same picture, slightly different background on her personal one. Are you on our list? Don't miss out. June 20th at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And then a link, As Ever email list signups. And then on the As Ever account, so much love has gone into this, and I can't wait to share it with you this Friday, June the 20th. Foreshadowing from this one's wife. And presumably, given the picture, she's going to be announcing pancakes. Now, I understand that there's going to be some restocking taking place. But hang on a minute, this one's wife. You said barely a week ago that you were taking a step back and assessing, which, in other words, you've grown bored of it and you were waiting for a buyer to come forward, but so far none has, and you lack the business nous, application and industry to actually create a proper brand which delivers things. It is a Potemkin brand. It would appear that somebody has wrapped her across the knuckles and said, you need to restock. And therefore, this one's wife has presumably contacted a generic producer of pancake mix, perhaps the same that supplies Chrissy Teigen, another narcissist who is selling tat online, and has said, can you send me some more pancake mix? I need to restock. Netflix aren't happy with me. And therefore, they scramble and provide her with this. This one's wife, of course, she's not going to be making the pancake mix. That's too much like hard work. Instead, despite trying to portray herself as the trad wife cook that creates everything from fresh ingredients that she has pulled from her garden, i.e. bought from the nearest supermarket, this one's wife is now trying to convince us that she's going to restock, that the image of her of making it in the kitchen is truly what she does, but we all know that it's bought in bulk, and she just slaps her stupid logo on it and name to it, and then expects people to pay a premium for it. As with most things that this idiot talks about, so much love has gone into this. Yeah, right. First of all, you're a narcissist, so you're incapable of love because you have no emotional empathy. Secondly, you just trot those lines out because you still behave like a 13-year-old girl. Thirdly, it isn't love that your brand needs, it's a bullet to the head. And thus, the boring this one's wife takes to Instagram again in order to try and elicit a reaction, by virtue of the receipt of fuel, to tell us that something's going to be coming along on Friday, June the 20th, and it looks like it's something to do with pancakes. It might be that she's just utilising that as an image and it's something else to do with As Ever, but given the fact that she has no imagination, it probably will be related to pancakes. Absolutely fascinating. It would appear, therefore, that a restock is going to take place, despite her telling us that there wasn't going to be a restock, that she was standing back and assessing things, demonstrating once again the flip-flopping of this narcissist. Why? Because she operates in the moment. This moment, and now this moment, and now this moment. And rarely are those moments connected, because all that matters is the pursuit of the prime aims in each moment. We shall undoubtedly see what dross appears on Friday. What we can say is it won't be wild, it won't be exciting, it will be boring, and as ever, it'll be another failure. I'm HG Tudor, thank you for watching.